Oh man, what's the deal, y'all? We are back tuned in to the real deal. It's your boy Optimo Ram, man, and we're bringing in a very special guest this evening. My man is validated by the game. One of my favorite artists I've worked with here at Optimo Radio, none other than my boy Rob Gullatte, man. What's up, baby?
What's the deal, man? My boy, I ain't seen you in a minute, man.
Hey,
So it's good. Can you hear me?
yes, sir.
Okay, nah, I was just making sure the volume was good, man. Nah, we good, man. Just another day, getting ready to go to work tonight. You feel me? But we here, man. We here. Happy to be here. I'm glad to see you back at it, man.
Thank
Seriously,
you.
you've been a pillar to what we've been doing on this underground scene, just in Texas in general. But really, outside of Texas, you can show love to anybody that's kept it live to the underground. So I'm just happy to see you back, you know what I'm saying, doing what I know you love to do.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, it's been a minute, man, but back in the game, I was doing this legal weed shit for a minute, and then got to a regular job again. I
Can I
got
smoke
bored.
on here?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
You know it. I'm
Just had to
smoking with you.
make sure.
Yes, sir. My boy Rob, man. It's so good to see you, dog. And I was talking about when I was on with the Hungry reunion.
Yeah.
For years, I've been like, oh man, need to get back to it. I need to get back to it, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And like, man, life I don't know, life, it finally got to me though. I was married, I was chilling on the couch, hanging out, man. Thought I had a maid, and God was like, nah, Rain, you gotta get your ass back out there, man. You gotta do it for, you got
Facts.
a purpose, and so I'm grateful
Facts.
to be out here doing my thing, man. And yeah, when I was starting to figure out, I was like, well, who am I gonna talk to? Oh, we lost your video. Uh
Hold on, my bad.
no, you're good. When I was like, man, who are we gonna talk to? Who's even doing stuff anymore? And then I saw you posting about your album, and I was like, oh shit, I know it's gonna be jamming. And bro, man, dog, like I really like I've always really enjoyed your music. You're such an artist, you know what I mean? You really like dig deep into your soul and drop some really real ass lyrics, man. That's why I always fuck with you, man. Since the abortion project, man,
Yeah.
that album like blew me away. That's where I really, looked at you. I know you used to go by a different name, Critical,
Yeah, I
back
was
in the
under critical for them formative years, as I call it. You feel me? Which really shaped me into who I became as an artist. Being critical taught me a lot about like just the industry I was trying to get into. It made me learn more about the city. I was a Southwest South Side nigga that just was on that, and then through expanding in the music, I got to touch the North, I got to touch the East Side, and I got to see that man, this is bigger than just what we think it is. But it also kind of jaded me. I'm gonna be real with you. It really jaded me because that was the years that I was really much more like I say pleasant in how I approach things. You feel me? I
yeah.
was doing politicking a lot different. I was trying to be in the right spaces, but it was like, man, whatever. It just didn't happen. So by when the name switch happened, it was like I think what happened was the instant gratification of the blog era, and maybe a lot of artists won't admit this, but that hindered me. You know what I'm saying? Like to a degree, because
That whole Go ahead, sorry.
we were getting so much like press. It went from I couldn't get no press. You feel me? To man, I'm in all kind of shit, man. And it's like, damn, that instant gratification was like, all right, bet we getting there. And then when you looking at the reality, nigga, I ain't selling CDs no more. You feel me? We learning this streaming game.
Yeah.
I didn't I did understand the transition that was happening in the music business. But at the same time, like the music for me had always been the selling point. It was never like, let me sell this idea of what I was doing outside of music. I definitely talk about it. Like I ain't out here writing raps about shit that I'm not living. But I didn't jump in the streets to like rap about it. You feel me? So rapping to me was it didn't make sense to emphasize whatever we doing in the streets all the time. I just emphasize my skill set, my story, my reality, and just I respect the music Above all, I respected the legacy we had in Houston. I wanted to be a part of it so much that that hindered me. I should have been more, what's the word, like wanting to work with people that, like the guys that was ahead of me. As far as my peers, that's who I cared about. I would have worked with them because I felt like our voice was kind of pigeonholed, but it really wasn't no real. In hindsight, it really wasn't. We had
And
people like yourself. We had so many other publications and you know what I'm saying, radio stations and blogs that become podcasts that invested their time, money, energy into talking about us. And that's me, obviously, show, you know what I'm saying, the D-Los of the world, Hungries of the world, you feel me? Uh, Dante Higgins, just pros, all these people that, but man, D Risher, shout out D Risher, man. You see his daughter doing her thing. Like that's amazing to see. We got like a generation after us, you know what I'm saying? So that's amazing to see. So in hindsight, I was like, I may have took it for granted. I know that we as a collective took it for granted. The
it
amount of
was
support that we was getting.
that was a weird transitional period when I was doing my thing and where we're working with these guys because it was I remember going to my first South by Southwest and I made all these mixtapes and all these flyers and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna put these in the hands of so many people and people are gonna be so excited about it. I get to Sixth Street and the entire street's covered in mixtapes and flyers and nobody gives a shit
Yeah,
about it. And that was a really tough period to be like trying to sell a product, a physical CD and everything is going to streaming, and now we're at a completely streaming thing. So it was an
yeah.
interesting time.
I
I
think I
feel like
had an advantage with the South by Southwest because I got in that hole early. You feel me?
mhm,
You shout out DJ Chill, Julia Beverly, DJ Young Sam, DJ Too Deep, the whole Trinity Garden Drop movement that they was doing. We was all locked in together with DJ Chill, so we were going out there like '06, '07. Those experiences showed me early on that yeah, I should bring my product, but being on Sixth Street wasn't gonna be the wave. So by the time South by changes like 2011, 2012, in my mind, I'm there to meet people that I wouldn't normally meet. You feel me?
mhm.
If I could sell CDs, I'ma sell them hoes. You feel me? And I would sell them as I sold them. But it was that was just a fun experience, bro. To be out there, to be amongst like your peers, man, just music industry professionals, fans that want to see you, even if they're not there for you per se, because you're a part of it, they come to see you. So it would be like your showcase that last year me and Show did it. It's a lot of people that reached out to me about that showcase because of the visual we had onto it. And we standing above the how we were outside performing and looking down on the people like that was an incredible time. Seriously, like that's why I
That
said we
was
took it for granted. We
I
definitely
know.
took it for granted.
How good we had it at that time. It was a special man. We had some special shit going on, and yeah,
Man,
you and Show really y'all getting together, and that you're right. Like when your peers get together, you and Show, coming together was a perfect example of that. Two guys from different parts of town who came
yeah,
together for the love of the music, and y'all really made
facts.
some great underground like hits. I mean, like stuff that I used to play all the time, and I really like
Yeah,
when I look back on all the music that I listened to or like, played over the years on the radio, like y'all stick out at, the very top. That's why I wanted to get with you real quick because I was like, man, we need to get, people knowing about your new album and all this
yeah,
music. I know it's jamming. And then when I jammed, I was like, oh god damn, man,
yeah. Nah,
this is just ain't nobody miss a beat, you know what I mean? And
nah, we
it's nice.
definitely not missing the beat. The thing is, bro, the last 10 years, bro, after me and Show dropped Sophisticated Savages, it was a
Mhm.
lot of shit going on in everybody's life personally. You feel me? My business partner, Rube, he kind of stepped back from the music. Show was kind of going through some transition. So that was like the first time I ever really been tasked with like doing this by myself. You know what I'm saying? From that's when I dropped Galactic Visions. And then I did good, but it took me a while to like get my momentum because I wasn't used to funding everything. I ain't have to pay for beats and studio time. Like I've been blessed in that sense. So then by the time I get to that next project, that tortoise theory, I was going through a lot. You know, I was dealing with them health issues
Yeah.
and that shit it really like it really mentally it did more damage than the physical damage. To
Mhm.
be honest. Having my daughter in that time period, me and my son, mom, that split up. Just my life was changing. You getting older. You've been pursuing this goal, and in a lot of ways, I'm there in the sense that man, people love my music. It might not be millions of people, but people love my music,
Mhm.
and I get a lot of acclaim for it. You know what I'm saying? I get a lot of reward in that sense. People purchase my music, but it wasn't like enough. You feel me? To
Yeah.
take care
Yeah.
of no family. Hell, the half ass take care of yourself. So you go through those periods, you get jaded. Then I start that rice business, and that shit really like kind of reinvigorated me just in terms of like, all right, I still got energy. I dropped the corner store legend. It was a lot of great energy. And then
Mhm.
my brother Note get killed. And that really like that sucked the life out of all like our situation.
Mhm.
Show ain't really made no music since then. Everybody like it was just tough. You know what I'm saying? And that's why getting show on this album was important to me. For nothing more, just like, hey, this is what we've been doing. We've been dedicated the last 15 plus years of our life to making this music. So nigga, get in this studio. You feel me? He got in there. I recorded the whole album in Solo Hendrix Studio, which is another one of our brothers that's been down with us. Like he been with me since Critical. You feel me? So it's like it was just a full circle moment. Then he had Bro's obituary, like right position where the mic is.
Mm.
So I'm recording this album, and it's like bro right there, and that's cliche, but I felt the energy of it, which made me want to make just a jamming album, bro. Like just something that people could put in, and boys know I can rap. I'm never
Yeah.
gonna lose like that. What would people like about me? I found a medium of how I can rap really well and it still be like really jamming. The real mindset was like, what would Pimp and Bun do? What would
Mhm.
Ball and G do? How can I be one person and do what they did well? Pimp being a dynamic hook maker. You know what I'm saying? MJG being a dynamic storyteller. Ball is too, but you know, he more the lyricist, like slick with his bars. Bun
Mm.
obviously is the lyrical monster. So it's like, how can I take all of these elements of great Southern rap and not like steal who they are? Just take the elements, the sound. I had relationships with N.O. Joe and certain figures who crafted these people's sound. So I knew what they was thinking in the sense of when they was making these albums because I didn't ask these questions. And what would it sound like in 2026 if those guys had the same resources today? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I wanted to make. I wanted to make an album that when you put this on, it's definitively a Texas album. And that's why
100.
Burn on the Slab, like, you know, I don't make songs about cars and shit like that, man. But that's a symbolic record. The
Yeah.
slab is yeah, that's I'm not a nigga riding slab. I'm a south side nigga, you feel me? Like I'm a Texas nigga though. I'm born in Texarkana. So I got them roots in East Texas. I've been in
Mhm.
Houston most of my life. All my childhood was spent, and obviously, as an adult. I've been in Houston all my life, so I'm a Houstonian that's born in East Texas. They got a understanding of North Texas, maybe more than the average Houstonian,
Mhm.
like because my roots is there. So, shoot, shout out Dallas, shout out Texarkana, especially. Like it was important for me to with my family. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about my grandfather. My auntie had passed away last year. That was like our matriarch. So just for them to hear that record, And people in Texarkana, when they hear it, they really responding to it. I'm like, I did what I was supposed to do on that end, but it's a lot more to do with that record. I believe that record got a lot of life, and I'm gonna be pushing that record for the foreseeable future. Seriously.
It's banger for real, man. If y'all haven't heard it, check it out. Burnt Orange Slab. Man, I want to play music on here, but the YouTube and shit be tripping, man. They shut down my Dope E interview because I played one of his songs on here, man. And I was like, damn, man.
Yeah,
But
nah,
I'm gonna
he,
play a mix tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna play it in the mix. It's really jamming. And then what's the song? Corner Store Legend, is that the name of the other song that you put that out a couple
with
years ago?
yeah, that was a album I dropped 2021,
21.
and that was that particular record was produced by Jedi Master, which
Shout out
we had
Jedi
been
Man.
talking about doing a project together for years, and then that led to us doing the nosebleed section, which is what I dropped before Validated by the Game. He produced every track on that, but we did get some additional production to come in, just kind of change up the flow of things. But that Corner Store Legend is the record that reminded me of who I was. You feel
Mhm.
me? Or wherever I thought I was like, man, I done fell off, people ain't fucking with me. That record reminded me that like, man, people down with me, and it's up to me to give them something to support. You know what I'm
That's right.
saying? And that's something that I think they lost on a lot of artists, myself included. You know what I'm saying? You feel like, hey, I done did so much. I done did this in 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. When you talk about abortion, that was like, I did my thing. I felt like I've done enough work to where people should, I shouldn't have to go through certain things. But that's just the nature of the beast. We
Yeah.
getting a new cycle of adults. When we dropped abortion, bro, it's 2012. You feel me? My son was 3, 4 years old when he recorded that intro. My boy
Mhm.
about to graduate high school.
That's
You know what I'm
wild.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
so it's like it's a whole crop of new people that didn't know anything about what we was doing in 2010, 2012. So you gotta constantly reinvent yourself, but remaining like true to what people respect and love about you. And I think that's what this album was really about. Is like I was seeking validation in the wrong places.
Mhm.
Like this interview is a testament to what I've been doing. You feel me? That is people that take time out, energy. When I was down bad, people that helped me out, man. Fuck music. And these is people that I met through music.
Yeah.
Like man, Rob, you sick. I was homeless for a period, man. Like real
Mhm.
homeless. And few people that knew, man, they looked out for me. You know what I'm saying? Made sure that at the very least I had food in my stomach. Hey, you good? You need a hotel? Whatever. I was sharp. I needed to get to my kids. Hey, I'm hurting. I get an Uber to my kids, that type of shit. So
Mhm.
all of that made me realize that although, yeah, when I drop a post, I'm not gonna get 1,000 likes and comments. And that short-term gratification can affect your psyche as an artist.
Mhm.
But when I dropped this album, the main thing people were saying was like, man, we know Rob can rap. He's a great rapper. But this is just jamming, bro. Like this is like get out of Burn on the Slab, you get in the Paid and Skyline and Information Age and what's it, like the record
Yeah.
before Pick and Choose,
Mhm.
Life is a Dance Move. These is records, bro. I'm flexing my songwriting ability. I'm not a singer, but I know how to use my voice where it
Mhm.
works. And it's like that's what I did. I like my partner QB that produced Skyline. He produced like 4, 5 records on there. He had told me, bro, you could have been signed to Suave House.
That's real.
And that was like when we were kind of first crafting these songs. You feel me? I don't even
Mhm.
think I had any of the songs that I recorded prior to this conversation didn't make the album.
Really. Yeah.
So
Man, that's a
that's where
good
we was at.
I could hear that in your flow, man. That's a good yeah, Suave House. You got that. You got that southern draw. Just man, it just it's it. as you were talking about like Pimp C and stuff, man, like your flow and your delivery just represents Texas. Like as you open your mouth, you know what I'm saying? Like you just,
Yeah.
man, you just feel Texas when I listen to you. You know, you could be talking about something totally different, but like, man, it just, man, it's that
It's
Texas.
going, and that's the thing. We ain't got to. Oh, I ain't got to overdo it, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'm real life. 200 years, man. Bloodline, man. Is when I say we got slaves buried in the grave. That's not some hyperbole. You feel
No.
me? That's real true. So it's like I see Texas for the good and the bad. Me and you having this conversation is a representation of what could be great about Texas.
Hmm.
You being a white man, you know what I'm saying, that's not necessarily from our community, but you embraced it because we embraced you. Because
Yeah.
you never came on no trying to be something you not. You know what I'm saying? You ram, you gonna come with the gas, we gonna jam school, we
Yeah.
chilling, we gonna have fun, you know what I'm saying? And that resonates with people when you a real Texan, is certain qualities that just kind of supersede certain things. And even though in a lot of my conversation on social media, especially, it's definitely centered around black conversation because
Mhm.
that's the community I'm on. That's my culture. That's my race or whatever. But I understand that like Texas is a unique place, and like the fact that this screwed up culture, especially this music culture, really like brought up a lot of different ethnicities and backgrounds together. And then coming from Alief, it's impossible to come from Alief and not have somewhat of an open mind.
That's true. It's so diverse in Alief. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
extremely diverse community.
Even
That's why I
if
love.
you grew up in the apartments,
Yeah, I bet that was wild
you
coming up
went to
there.
school, you went to school with everybody though. So yeah, you might have been 9700 nigga, Cook Road, Spice Lane, Wood Fair, Farm Park, Club Creek, Corporate, like like the stomp down blocks or whatnot. But we went to school with the Asian community, Vietnamese, Chinese, Thailand. That's how I could. I meet people that's from the Philippines, and I look at their last name. I can automatically tell you Filipino because I know you got more of a Hispanic last name.
Yeah.
I can only know that I ain't never left the United States. You know what I'm saying? The shit I know about the world, people would think that I've been traveling all my life. Nah, I've been an alien. I went to an elementary school that had 50 flags represented. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So it's like
Mhm.
I accepted that. But I'm born in Texarkana in poverty, man. Like I was out there the summer of 2024, some wild shit. Like I ain't gonna talk about it on here, but man, free my cousin Rod straight up. Like that made me realize that whoa, bro, my life had been a blessing. Where I'm really from, we project slum living. A-Leaf,
Yeah.
for all of the shit that happened in A-Leaf, it ain't project slum living in the sense that we apartment living, we struggling, but we
Mhm.
got access. We got Westheimer, we got Richmond. When we turn 15, we can go get a job. You feel me? If
Yeah.
I grew up strictly in like the Ward or maybe South Park, Sunnyside, that's more akin to what my lifestyle is in Texarkana.
Yeah.
Southwest Houston is fast, it's dangerous, it's very dangerous, but it's so many pockets of Southwest Houston. That's why our music is so diverse. You get it from our legends. You got Lil Oak. He didn't sound like nobody from the SUC.
No,
You
not
know
at
what I'm
all.
saying? Roll, Trey. They don't sound like nobody from the SUC. Even Grace.
Yeah.
Even
They had
Grace.
that flow. I remember Faculty and Bam and all them back in the day were kind of brought that
Man,
Southwest
shout
Houston.
out Waterboy, man. Shout out, man. Like that's somebody like that's my legacy, man. I'm from that type of lineage. Like
Yeah.
Waterboy's mom, shout out Miss Etta. I used to be at that crib when I was a little boy, you feel me? We all went to church together. So I seen them. Shout out to brother Walter, you feel me? James, excuse me. I'm Walter and Waterboy, but shout out James. These is my big homies. So I seen these things as a fly on the wall. I met Ro the first time at Miss Etta crib, fucking with Waterboy. He might not remember me, but he
Yeah.
pulled up in like a Oldsmobile, like a Buick, like a Delta 88 or something. You feel me? Okay, that's zero. Like bet it's around like the tail end of the Gorilla Mob era. So
Yeah.
I've been blessed. Bam, when that shit was all coming out, that X Clan shit, I
X Clan.
seen that. Icy Hot used to live on Foreign Park in like this and that area, so like we knew these people were around. For what it's worth, Tony Draper people settled in Alief.
Oh
Like
shit.
as a kid, A Ball lived in Happy Homes. If I'm correct, I'm almost 100% certain he lived in Happy Homes, which is a neighborhood back off Bissonnette and Dairy Ashford. But we would
Mm.
see them. I'm saying like they coming up, hey, what's up, little Rob? But I seen them. Well, I got my haircut growing up at James Barbershop on Braeswood. Ilya, Ill Styles, my dog, he cut face him. So it's like
I used to get my hair cut on Braeswood and Gessner right there from
right there.
Chicago. Yeah, and Scarface was friends with Chicago. She'd come in there. As Face would come in and see her. I remember sitting in the chair right there on Braeswood and Gessner right there on
Bro,
Gessner.
that's Jamie's.
Yeah, yeah. So Chicago was my barber, and she ended up moving to Third Ward probably when I
Yeah,
turned like 16 or 17. But man, I used to go to that spot. I remember sitting in there, and Face came in just real quick, just like, "What's up?" And I was
yeah.
like, I was so starstruck and blown away, and I was like,
Man.
"That's
My
crazy."
mom, we started going there because it was a barbershop and a beauty salon. Rest in peace to Miss Angie. She used to do my mama hair. So then we met Ilya, and like I say, that's Face Barbershop. That was Face Barber. So
Mhm.
Ilya used to try to convince me to rap for Face when I was, man, I'm talking about around this 95, 96. You feel me? I'm 12, 11, but I was already rapping. Man, I was so starstruck when Face would come in there, bro. Like, so then fast forward, I don't know if you fuck with Clubhouse,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but 2021, I got a room. We used to do these like versus battles. So me
Mhm.
and Jedi Master was set up to do a versus, a Scarface versus Nas. We started a room just to talk about their catalog. We wasn't even doing the battle. Long story, shout out Northside Steve-O. He came in the room. Then he texted me or something. He like, hey man, let Brad up. Now I'm not thinking this clubhouse, you feel me? It's a few niggas named Brad. Bit. So we bring him up. There's about 8, 9 people in the room. Come to find out that's Face. So we get to talking for about 2 hours before the room really gets like big. It get to a point where it's like 1,000 people in the room. And we got Bun in there. We got Voice of Fire 9 in there. We got what's that nigga name that's from TMZ? The black dude. We got a lot of people in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh what's my boy name? Def Jam Blaster. He had came in the room. Donnie Houston, like Killer Corleone, Thug. All these people was in the room. But for that first hour and a half, it was just Face. And I got to ask questions. I was like, bro, you know who my childhood barber was? And I said, yeah. I tell him who my mama is. I don't know if he necessarily remember my mama, but when I bring up Ilya, the whole conversation changed.
Wow.
And I'm talking to him about these things like I'm picking their brain. But again, this what I've been doing, man. I knew I
Mhm.
was a rapper from a young boy. It was never about becoming one. I was a rapper.
You already
I just
were.
had to get everybody else to see that shit.
Mhm.
So
Man, that's so real. Who was your favorite Houston rapper when you were coming up? Who was your like if you had to
face,
like well, Face for sure. Yeah, yeah.
face, and
He
then Kiki.
yeah, yeah.
It was like my motto was to be like a hybrid of them of sorts.
Mm. I could hear that. I could hear that because you
You,
really got that deep delivery and that storytelling like Face, and then that
yeah.
southern town flow like Kiki,
But
man.
then
I
I'm ball fade,
all
I'm
fade in the
I'm
South Side,
south side. You
outside
feel
by
me?
yes, sir.
I'm all lit. But it's
Mhm.
like that was kind of like far as like Houston wise, it was Face, Kiki, Big Pokey, Street Military was a big influence on me.
Yeah,
Uh, even though they not like necessarily Southwest niggas, they was on the Southwest.
yeah. They
So
were
we saw
everywhere.
that.
I
Yeah,
remember seeing
they
how to at Kappa Beach party like in '97, and he was so hype, handing out, sitting on the back of like an Impala or something. I was just like, "That's icy hot!" Oh my god, I was like so starstruck.
like I
Oh,
say, I used to see that when I was a kid.
hmm
And like, man, I'm tears came from making this dream. Like that's what I was influenced by far as Houston. But
hmm
far as rap, bro, I was trying to write raps when I was in Texas County at 3 years old. My mama would verify this.
That's
Like
so cool.
Kumo D, Wild Wild West, and Crush Groove is why I wanted to be a rapper. So I had already, when I got to Houston, it was like, oh, this is Houston.
Mm-hmm.
I knew who the Ghetto Boys was. So I was like 5'6". This like 90, 91. Mind Playing Tricks on me come out with summer of 91.
Yep. I remember
That's when
that.
I got here.
Yeah. No shit. I remember hearing that on the radio back in the day, just riding around and being like, whoa, this is, you just
It's
never heard that.
incredible, bro.
Yeah.
I had neither, bro. Like, and then when you found out they was from Houston, I didn't
Yeah.
think like Texas niggas. I thought rap was for New York people.
Right. That's true.
So
I know it was like that's there are people there. It was it let you know that it was real. And then yeah, I discovered the Ghetto Boys, and shortly after that, Street Military and stuff like that. And that was the same for me. Like, and you had those CDs, and you didn't really know what they looked like because you only had the album cover to kind of like
mhm,
gauge a picture, and they're like sitting in the "Don't Give a Damn" on the in the car. You're like, what do they look like? And now everybody's like on the internet all day long. You hear everybody's
bro.
thoughts. But like back then, man, like they were like this
Whole thing
mysterious.
about that era, them niggas was outside, bro.
Yeah.
Like I remember we had went to McGregor Park. I was like 7, 8, and KB. They all at the park. I didn't know who these people were at the time, but he got the pipe on and shit. My
Mhm.
mama is like, when I tell you she afraid of snakes, she can't look at cartoon snakes. She's scared
Mhm.
of looking at alligator tails. You feel me?
Yeah.
But she took off running. I'm talking about darted running. And then years later, I connected dots. That was KB. And then like certain connections people had, the man that moved us here had connections to Klondike Cat, certain names like that. So these are names I'm hearing full circle moment. Like I'm actually about to start a magazine, right? It was coming as just a merch idea for this based off of the album cover, but I'm really making this Trill Hip Hop magazine a real thing. My
Nice.
first interview is with the South Park Coalition. You feel me? So I reached out to K Water and he got back at me and we talked for about an hour and a half. K Water know me from selling rice to him. He
Mhm.
vaguely knew I was a rap nigga, but I ain't really, I'm over there to get some money and move around. So we get to talking and he find out, man, I'm a historian of this, brother. Like I studied this shit, man. Why you think somebody like me and Don been friends for 20 plus years?
Yeah.
These are things that we bonded on because we were historians of this culture, this music. I'm interested in knowing this stuff. I spent time with Wicked Cricket outside of just the shows. He took me to my first paid show up there was Palestine where Adrian Peterson from. That was my first paid show. It was through Wicked Cricket. So
Yeah.
riding with him, listening to stories about when rap came to Houston.
Yeah.
I'm a TSU nigga, so I know about it how KTSU plays a role in rap music becoming a thing.
That's right. And Wicked Cricket was the original Houston hip
Yeah,
hop guy. I mean, he was yeah.
yeah.
R.I.P. Wicked Cricket.
Man, RIP the cricket, man.
He was a really good dude, man.
Man, we learned so much from cricket. If you didn't have a relationship with him, but you went to his events, you would have learned from him. But to be able to have a relationship with him, like shout out DJ Too Deep, who I feel like is the closest thing we have to a wicked cricket, like
Mhm.
in terms of his vision and his love for the city. Like we talk about cricket a lot, just what he meant. Every era of rap in Houston, he's touched.
That's real.
The splash, them niggas done did shows with Wicked Cricket. Maybe
Mhm.
not when they would maybe not when it was TSF, but he got a hand on every era. You started this shit. You was there with the original Ghetto Boys. You was there with the second rendition. You the Sex Pistols. You know what I'm saying? I mean the sex. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Shout
Like
out to Tiny
he, come on, man. So this is like for me, it's a privilege, bro. Again, this is bringing back to the album. I finally realized, nigga, I'm privileged.
Hmm.
I'm a part of something. I be on Clubhouse and built a relationship with Mike Jones. I ain't never even fucked with Mike Jones like that. I thought, man, I was a Southside nigga. I got
Yeah,
raps in '04, '05 dissing Paul Wall and Swisher House. Man, for no reason, but
yeah.
like, you young and ignorant, thugging in the streets. I wasn't trying to be friends with them niggas, but Mike Jones has become somebody that, man, I done learned a lot from Mike Jones.
That's cool as shit, man. I'm glad that he's still around. And out here in Oregon, bro, like you see what like kind of made it residually out here and like what still holds music to today. Fucking Mike Jones songs are still like you put that shit on out here. I'll be doing
Bro,
little shows and stuff out here, man. You put on a
bro.
Mike Jones song out here, bro, they know it and they love it, man.
Man, I
Still
ain't
huge.
trying to be all in that man business like I know everything. That man showed me a royalty statement still tipping at the top of 2020. I think this was the end of 2025. So it would have been a royalty from the top of 2025. Man, it was six figures. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's wild. That's so wild. Off of one song, that's all it takes is that one song, man. And that's like
Man, it is
that's
like
that's wild.
we our era collectively, we missed that understanding.
Hmm.
We were coming from the mixtape era, so like I'm an album nigga. Like that's what I do. I make projects. So
Yep.
we were so focused, like, man, who got the best album of 2020, 10 or 2011 that like, excuse me, the singles, we didn't see it, but the ones that did look at pro. And say I one goes. Mind you, I'm right there with bro. You feel me? So when
Yep.
that goes, all right, bet. But then when the two rounds goes, that's a record. Kirko, the best example, man. I take notes. It's no Kirko slander. Let me raise my glasses up. It's no Kirko slander around me, man. It's none tolerated, my nigga. Seriously. What Kirko was able to do was unprecedented. And shout out to Young Problems. Rest in peace, my brother Chico. Shout out Justo Flex, still doing his thing. You feel me? Shout out Fred on him. Major.
Killing them.
You feel me? Flick of the wrist. And we ain't Don Tolliver. You ain't getting done without Fred. That's just what it is.
That's
So this
real.
is our era. We're the after '05 era. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And Kirko, Young Problems. Let me shout out Short Dog because Short Dog don't get his just due. All of these guys were major in a major way, made real money. But like we missed the mark. B
Yeah.
King obviously rest his soul. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of us, I think we missed the mark. And then
Yeah.
you see walking them come in with a collective mindset.
Oh, we lose you. Oh man, you blacked out on us, man. OG Big Bob of the GMF. I'm sure Rob will be right back with us, man. Y'all check out his music though. We're gonna talk about that for a second while waiting for him to jump back in. Boom, there he goes.
Fortunately, man, people be calling me. I'm gonna tell you the truth though, Ram. You know I got them stomach issues. That shit starting to flare up a little bit. So I ain't like I don't want to be on here looking weird.
No, I feel you. Are you doing okay with that, man? I've had some stomach issues over the year myself, man, and I'm all I can't eat like I used to, and
I
I have a
mean,
gallbladder out, man. I'm all fucked up.
it's I got days, bro, where it feel like nothing wrong with me. Then I got other days, bro. I'm out here screaming in the motherfucking world, man. I'm mad at the fucking universe. I've developed anxiety real bad because of it. Like
Yeah,
I'm not comfortable going nowhere. Like for me to been able to keep my job this long as I didn't kept it is a miracle. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So I'm just you know, I take it some days I gotta take it a moment at a time.
that's
But
real.
thankfully I know what to do to minimize the, you know what I'm saying, the what happens. I don't
Yeah.
deal with the shit like I used to. You're not gonna really see me in the hospital. I'm not like vomiting 100 times a day. But what happens when this inflammation shit start? And it's actually good we talking because sometimes it's helped to just kind of talk through it. When
Yeah.
the inflammation shit start, I think it like triggers to my brain like what it used to do. And
Mhm.
I start getting real anxious. And it's
That
like
makes sense.
it
I
is
had
what
a
it is.
It is, man. I had a blood clot in 2020 right at the beginning of
Oh
COVID.
bad.
You know, I got COVID real bad. That shit almost killed the same thing that killed Beat King, man. It was a
Yeah.
pulmonary embolism, like, it was a inch away from going to my lung, and, like, I almost had to have my leg amputated, then I almost died. If I didn't have insurance. I was like, "Man, I guess I need to go to the doctor," and I went, and, like, thank God I did, bro, because I would not be
Man,
here, man, and I'm just
man, it's a
grateful you're
blessing
still
you
here,
did. We
straight
gotta
up.
take care of ourselves as
You do,
men. It's easy to like, especially if you didn't go grow up going to the doctor and shit. Thankfully, that's my experience. My mama worked in the medical field. So
man.
something wrong with me. I ain't tripping about calling the doctor. But
Yeah.
as men, we gotta take care of ourselves, man. Like all of that. Oh man, I'm a man. I'm a man. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about you. So
No.
you got to give a fuck about you. It's not about what other folks is gonna do for you. You want to be a hard working man, you got to take care of your body. Recently, I
Straight up.
had to take off 4 days because man, I work a lot, bro. I'm not used to working like that for nobody. In conjunction with having these issues, I
Yeah.
work like 16 straight days. Now I got to take off. It is
Yeah.
what it is. You can miss a couple days.
Yeah, and man, yeah, we really gotta take care of ourselves, and we work, it's this grind is, you're a hustler, I'm a hustler, man, like, same for me, I wanna work, I just wanna make money and do my thing, and, man, but we
And let me
have to
say this, Ram, while it's on my heart to say this. If we out here, whether you legal or illegal, you feel me? If you working for yourself, man, go get you some of that Obamacare, man. Get on that
yeah,
health insurance marketplace. Man, get you some health insurance. Get you some life insurance. You know what I'm saying? Like just it's inevitable, man. We humans, our bodies are gonna break down at periods of times.
yeah,
So when the shit do come, like just be prepared, man. Like ain't you if you been in the streets, man, we been surviving shootouts. A lot of y'all done been to prison. Thank God I ain't never had to go down the road. But y'all been surviving stabbings, all kind of mental trauma. Man,
yeah,
go get your body checked out, man. Like seriously, we're
yeah,
needed. We're
the
needed.
the trauma we go through, we just suck it up and keep moving, man, and it eats up in your soul, that you go through that, your friends get from my homie that I moved out here to Oregon with, he was still doing this, he got killed a couple of years ago, man,
Man,
along with my
that
other
was
friend.
so tragic, real. But I found out that was your people, man. I would have.
Yeah.
That was
I didn't
tragic
think he
just hearing about it, but knowing
Yeah,
that was your people, you know that trauma of losing your friend, bro. Like that's a level
well,
of pain. We don't want nobody to feel that.
no, exactly, you don't, man. You wanna tell people you love them and that you're there for them, because you never know what tomorrow brings, man, and it's just yeah, that shit really set me back, man. That was kinda that shit fucked me up for a while there, and, yeah, you got it, man. You gotta go to some counseling, man. You gotta get some therapy and talk about it.
Yeah,
When you talk about it, you get it out your system, you know what I mean? Like, if you hold it in, it just is eating up inside you, but us having this conversation right now, just talking about just
yeah.
getting it out of you, man, and out into the world, man. It's
And if
important,
you
man.
scared of therapy, man,
Mhm.
be careful who you talk to in
Yeah,
your real life. There's things that you could do. Like I explain this to these people on that app I be on. Like everybody that works out doesn't go and get a professional trainer, right? But
yeah,
they take the steps to do it. So yeah, with therapy, I believe it's effective. But if you're not willing to do the work afterwards or before the therapy, you know what I'm saying? It
you
just
just go
becomes a glorified venting session. And if you
that's right.
need that as a man, by all means vent. But be careful who you vent to, man. I seen somebody say that. Be careful who you vent to because they lead to open other rooms.
That's
You feel
so
me?
true, man. I was
And
doing I definitely am a victim of that, man, because 'cause I'm a real open person, and I was like Forrest Gump, I just tell anybody my life story, you know what I'm saying? And like
uh,
and I don't think it's necessarily a bad quality, but you have to be careful because people
yeah,
will use your kindness or, just just
it,
willingness to
it,
talk
if
about your
nothing else, it could affect your confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Like it ain't nothing, man. Ain't nobody really ever did nothing to me to just outright fuck me off. You feel me? But like when I started letting things affect me that shouldn't affect me, people saying little bitty things, sub tweets, you
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Like feeling jaded for unnecessary things, in addition to health issues,
Yeah.
man, you fostering a situation in your mind that's not good, man. You fostering a dangerous place to be in. And a lot of men are in that dangerous zone where it's like they could fall off and be hurt. When I was homeless around, I'm talking to men and I'm like, how did y'all get here? And a lot of these men, they may have lost their family for whatever reason, their careers, their home, and they couldn't bounce back. They got stuck.
That's scary,
And my
man.
prayer was to not get stuck.
Yeah.
Like, man, whatever reason you there, man, you better accept that shit, man. And you better move forward as
Mm-hmm.
best of your ability. Because this life is finite than a motherfucker, man. And once we getting into this age, man, we looking at each other with grays in our beard, which is
Yeah.
crazy. You feel
Wow.
me? But
Yeah.
we at that stage, hey, we done did half our time already.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to spend this next journey of my life seeing my kids enjoy the world and me enjoying it.
Yeah.
Not being jaded, man. Not letting like health defeat you. None of that type shit. These streets, bad relationships with women. Nah, man, like we got to level up in all facets of our life. And that's
Yeah.
really what I'm on. That's what validated by the game is about. It's about like saying, fuck it. You've
Yeah.
been through it. Hey, but you got through it. You there. That's the validation, man. You still standing is the validation. It's nothing nobody could take from you. A nigga can't take my nuts, man. You can't take my heart, my spirit, but I can give you those things. I could
Yeah.
be a coward, or I could let things affect me so bad that I allow things into my psyche and my spirit that I'm just not who I'm supposed to be. And that's something that I told myself around. I can't be that guy.
Yeah.
I can't be it.
Dog. That's so this is why I'm glad I have you on here, man. Because this is the kind of stuff I want to talk about, man. Like that's what I was saying on the Hungry Show. I don't give a shit about the clicks and the likes and all that. I want to have real conversations with real people,
Yeah.
man. And that's as real as it gets, dog. Like,
That's what it's about, man. Cause the
yeah,
internet is a spectacle, man. I could get on
yeah,
that bitch and party and bullshit. I got a lot of shit I want to say about like certain things, but like, nah, I ain't finna do that. You feel me? Cause there's no point in making unnecessary bad bridges with people off of things that I just feel. They're not.
yeah,
It's no warranting. Nothing's warranting my feelings, but I feel these things. So I've learned that expressing your feelings ain't great. Put that in that music. Put
yeah,
that in some art, come up with some projects, cook some food, make some events, and I can vent through that. I can get on Clubhouse and talk to people that's all over the world and tell them how they piss poor and argue with Donald Trump Republicans. Tell them that they dumbasses.
yeah.
I
It's yeah,
found
it's,
that. I figured it out, Ram. Get you some money, be healthy, you know
mhm.
what I'm saying? Be thankful and do not get caught up in what you can't control.
No, and that's validating the motherfucking game, man.
Man,
That's
straight
real.
up.
Straight up, dog.
Well, look,
And I know you
Ram, I gotta get up out of here. I gotta get to
gotta
work
go,
and
man.
deal with these psychopaths, man. But
Man, I hope
we
it goes well this evening at work and you're feeling a little bit better, bro. Thank you so much for taking the time out, man, and telling us about what you got going on, man. It's so good to catch back up with you. I mean, you really, honestly, man. When I look back at everything, man, like the relationship I had with you, show, and the
yeah,
music that you guys had, and the times that we had together, man, it really was something special, and I really appreciate you a lot, man. I just want you to
man.
know that for real, man.
I always appreciate you as a friend, foremost, you feel me?
Yes, sir.
But then just everything you done did for me for sure, just in the music blast, even though show ain't necessarily active no more. Like as
Yeah,
long as I'm active, show is active. You feel me? That's just what it is, man. Like that's my brother, and a lot of what I'm doing is a testament to them lifting me up. You know what I'm saying? At times, maybe I ain't deserve it, but they kept me afloat, and it's my duty to stay doing this music. My brother, he gone. No, NOTE, Daniel Brown. We miss you, brother, but
You
I
know,
got to keep clicking, man. So that's where we at. If it
that's
ain't
cool.
local, it ain't live. But
All
we
day.
expanding what local mean.
That's right.
Local is everywhere, man. We not limited to Houston. We
Mm-mm.
gonna take it to your local, and we gonna
Yeah,
make it
I gotta get
live
out here in
there.
Oregon, man. They'll fuck with you out here, man, because you got the real lyrics, man. People out here know good music, man. It's a whole different world out here, dog. But it's something special, man. I'd love for you to come out here sometime, man.
Man,
If you ever,
Ram, all we gotta do is what we done always did, find the venue and we gonna show up. I ain't gonna
already,
dox myself, but I work in the hotel world, man. So
oh man, so you
man,
got
so it's
yourself
love though,
already know
bro.
already. Well, man, let's make that happen. You enjoy your evening at work doing the. I used to have that job too, working the night audit. Right? Is that what it is?
Man,
I used to
I
do that.
am the overnight manager and
Oh, you're
I
overnight man.
definitely handle the night audit.
Yeah, bro. I had that job. I worked at the La Quinta in downtown Austin off 11th Street, right by the Capitol, bro. And it was like where
Mm,
everybody partied at that went to 6th Street. And it was, I could
mm.
share some stories with you another time, man. But, bro, that was interesting.
My
I
first
know,
hotel job was the La Quinta Inn on 610 in the
uh,
Galleria area. So,
oh, yeah. I've had a lot of parties
oh,
there back in the day when I was younger.
oh, I got some stories, bro.
Believe it. Well, we have to have you on again. We could share some wild hotel story. I got some fucking crazy stories. Well,
Man,
let's do that again here in a few months. Let's catch back up, share some wild hotel stories, man. I really appreciate your time, bro. Tell everybody how to get
hey,
a hold of the music.
hey, man, get a hold of my music. My name is Rob Gullatte. Gullatte is spelled Gullatte. I'm wherever you stream at. So look it up. Validated by the Game is the most recent project, and it's wherever you at. My social media is Rob Gullatte. So just look that up. Remember, it's two T's. Uh, and yeah, that's what it is. Be looking out for this Trill Hip Hop magazine that's gonna be debuting in September. I'm gonna have to reach out to Ram and get him on the other side and get an interview for Ram and just let him really tell his story. You know what I'm saying? Give him an opportunity to do what he's giving us an opportunity to do. But yeah, that's where we at with it, man. Also, if you're in Houston, hey, just look up Soul Fried Rice. I do got the best fried rice out here, man. It's unbelievable. It just is what it is, man. So that's where I'm at with it.
My man, Rob Gillette. Validated by the Game, man. Y'all fuck with my boy, man. He's one of the realest out here, man. And y'all
Hey,
remember,
appreciate y'all.
if it ain't local, it ain't live,
It
baby.
ain't live.
Much love, Rob. Appreciate your time, bro. All
Bet, bet,
right, man. Have
bet.
a good night, dog. Peace. All right, y'all. That's my boy Rob Gillette, man. The real deal, back to back shows. This was kind of fun this evening, man. Shout out to the Hungry Mob, Unique Spix, Young Surreal, my boy Rob Gillette, man. I really appreciate everybody's time. And thank you, everybody who's joining us tonight on the live, man. We appreciate y'all. Chico Brick, Chewy, Luigi, DJ Meshach, everybody in the mix, man. And shout out to y'all. Keep supporting us, man, and supporting these artists, man, because if it ain't local, it ain't live for real, man. I'll see y'all next time, man. Peace.